Now, whenever you wanted to create your templates, item attribute templates is nothing but, say, every time then I'm going to create an item, instead of you enabling the attributes, did I show you how do you create a template?
I think no, sir.
Okay. Instead of you enabling the, meaning we can maintain separate template like finished goods, purchased item, configurator item. Like this, we can maintain different templates here. Here, to create a template, set up items templates. Create a new template. This is GSS item template. I already have created and shown you actually here. Template 1. And here, what are the attributes? Like, for example, for inventory item, stockable item. So like this, whatever the templates that we have enabled here, this is again in purchasing tab, purchased item, purchasable item, and here in order management tab, I want this customer orders enabled, internal orders enabled, shippable. Maybe these are all the attributes which I wanted to use. So whenever we are going to create an item, I just shown you like only few here. Now, whenever I'm going to create an items, master items, this is test item, test 1. Here, tools, copy from GSS. I guess I already have shown you how do we create an item template, but no issues. Here, click on apply. Now you can see that all these attributes got enabled based on my template. Purchased, purchasable, and in order management tab, these are all the attributes which are there. Am I clear on this point?
Yes, sir.
And revision controls. Revision controls. Oh, actually, yesterday's file is lost. Actually, let me update the setups here. Create a lot control. Create item.
Locator.
In the master and enable. Lot controls. Create miscellaneous transactions and generate lot numbers. Miscellaneous disputes, and then give the lot numbers. And here locators. So first, configure locator flex field. So, but there is a restriction according to this locator flex field. We can create only one structure that is going to be common for all my sub inventories. Maybe that is not justified, because in real time the physical storages will differ from one organization to another organization, and physically how they partition internally and the number of segments required to partition the sub inventories might vary from one sub inventory to another sub inventory. But here we have to compromise with only one structure. But in advanced higher versions, it is we have an option to create separate locator for different sub inventories. Then now here create organization parameters for locator controls. Now we have at what are the options that we have here? That is none. When it is none, it is none for all the sub inventories, and if it is pre-specified, it is pre-specified for all our sub inventories. Dynamic, it is dynamic for inventory level. Now we can set different locator for each sub inventory. So create organization parameters for locator controls. Now create items in the master organization. Now create miscellaneous transactions to test this locator control. Create miscellaneous transactions to test your locator control. Now we also have, meaning again, while creating an item in the master organization, in case if you wanted to restrict your items to a specific sub inventory or specific locator, we can also enable, we can give the locators a restrict sub inventories restrict locators. So these are all the controls that I can set for locators while defining an item in the item master organization. Now we have tested dynamic entry, pre-specified and determined at sub inventory level. Now here when I go for restrict sub inventories, but this is all optional here. But when we enable the locators, when we restrict the items for sub-inventories and locators, we have to go to what? And assign items to our sub-inventories. So we have to go to sub-inventories and assign items and locators. But this is optional and which is required provided when you enable restrict sub-inventories and restrict locators. And we create miscellaneous transaction. Am I clear on this point? Any questions on this, please? Revision controls. What are these revision controls? So here, when an item is going to have one or more models, like you can see some cars, the product is same, but their models is different. Like if you take the example of cars, LX, LXI, VXI, VDI, meaning some are petrol models, some are diesel models, like again with different versions. So those all are can be created as my revision controls. So here for revision controls, create starting a revision number, or I can say instead of create, set starting revision number at organization parameters. Create an item and enable revision controls. Revision controls. Create revisions for the items. Create miscellaneous transactions to test our revision. Now go to organization parameters. Setup organizations parameters. Here revision and load control. Here this is my starting revision number. So let it be 0 or 1, or what is the starting revision. By default it is set as 0. If you want to change it, you can change it. Now I'm going to create an item in the master, that is GSS revision item. Now here tools, copy from And here you enable, go to inventory, whether you want this item to be under revision control or not, you can enable revision. Now go to tools. Here you go to revisions. Now here you can create one or more revisions for this item. So what is the starting revision number here? This is the starting revision number. Like this you can create. Now always the latest revision number should be greater than the current revision number. Say it is not that we have to give in the same order. Give the effective date. Maybe it is 8 hours. Now again, when I'm trying to create another revision from 7, will it accept this revision number or not? As I told you that always the latest revision number should be greater than the current revision. So what is my current revision? 8. Now when I try to enter this, in the same order. Actually, it is not going to accept the, okay, this is some 6 or 4 or 5. Revision effective date must be in the same order. Okay. Here, if I say 9, so it's going to accept, meaning always the latest revision number should be greater than the current revision number. Now,
Oh, can you
here,
sir, can you give a smaller number and give April 1st? Just can you check that?
can you repeat the point once again?
Can you give a smaller number, revision number, small number, and starting date, effective date, tomorrow's date? Okay. Okay.
Right? You got the point? You have a doubt, right?
Sir, yes, sir. Yeah, clear.
So always the latest revision number should be greater than the current revision number. And here, if I'm going to accept A, with A, alpha is also going to accept. Alpha is also going to accept. But here, once you accept an alpha, you cannot accept the number again. So maximum is 3-digit actually for revision code. Now alpha is greater than the numbers. Now you cannot accept any numbers as such here as per your revision. This is the. Now again, can I accept D here? Yes, D. Now once again, when I accept D here, E. A will accept. Now again, when I accept C, will it accept?
No.
No, it will not accept. But can we accept AA? Yes, we'll allow you to accept AA. Meaning A, B, C, D, Z. Then again A, B. Like this, you can start a new series here. Sorry, A series is all over. Now only we have to start with what? E and B series. So you cannot write A1, A2, A3 or A is completely over once we start with E here. So any other series which we have to start, meaning we have to start from EA, EB, EC, like this we have to start. Meaning only one point here is latest revision number should be always greater than the current revision number. Now when I'm going to create the transactions, this is miscellaneous receipt. So it is now compulsory to enter our revision number. Here it is compulsory to enter our revision A, B, C. Like this, we can create revision controls. Am I clear on this concept?
Yes, sir.
So just go through this concept today. Tomorrow we'll start working on this picking roles. Picking roles.
Just a small doubt. Did we complete the unit of measures concept?
No, Rajkumar. I guess not completed. Okay, tomorrow then I'll take up unit of measures. Now, since anyway I have completed this lot controls, there is a topic which is relevant to this, that is picking rules. So
Okay.
I just wanted to take up that point.
Sure.
Otherwise, also.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thank you all. Have a nice day.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.